Okay, mic is working. I should really put like a some sort of like whatchamacallit. Um I'm like operating on low key of a headache. So it's just my brain is being extra slow right now. But yeah, I should really make like an idle some sort of like idle view while I'm doing like my check and stuff. But alrighty. So I have no plans for this stream per se. I just felt like doing it. I didn't do last week because of Christmas, and I felt the need to do it this week. So, not exactly sure what we're gonna do because last stream we did wrap up Zayne Master of Fate. I mean, he's not done yet. So I pretty much did go offline, added the last bit of details for him, and yeah, I'm at a point that I'm happy with him, and I just need to create a background for him. That's about the only thing left to do. So I'm probably gonna just do that really quickly before we do like random doodles. The other thing I was thinking is that I could probably begin working on some sticker designs that I have planned. I got quite a few things for. Did I knew I forgot something. Oopsies for TikTok. Oopsies for TikTok. Okay, anyway, but I don't really have much of a plan, but I think we'll just go ahead, put the background in Zane so I could probably post him up tomorrow. Then I'm not in the right mental state to get started on Caleb this evening. Weather took a sudden dip all of a sudden, and I'm just trying. I've been trying to get through the day with a headache, so we'll go ahead, wrap up Zane actually still needs some more work. Okay, so we'll work on Zane for a little bit, and then we'll move on to doing random doodles. Yeah, there's quite a few details on Zane that need to get done still. So we'll do like a quick little detour for Zane, and then we will hop on to that is not the tool that I needed. Um, we'll take a quick little detour for Zane, and then we will hop into just doing doodles, and if anyone joins the stream, we'll go ahead and do some doodle requests, maybe, perhaps, if anyone's interested in making requests. Be fun to do like a quick little doodle dump. Yeah, just a few more details for Zane. Just some last minute wrap ups. Yeah, I had to pretty much get over my own executive dysfunction to come online this evening because it was just like, I have a headache. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. But it's one of those things that for me, like, I know I'll feel better once I start actually doing it. So it's like, I don't want to feel down in the dumps because I have a headache. But so for now, this is actually going to be therapy. Because I know for me, it's one of those things like I have like a slow start period, and I need to pretty much I need to. It's kind of like negotiating with the toddler in my head. Like, can we please do something. Initially, the inner toddler does not want to do a thing, but once we convince her to get going, she's in her happy place. Yeah, it's not, yeah, it needs to be within this temperature blue. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. But we will darken it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's the color we want. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? For the little sash, we will do a color closer to the accent. I was not supposed to work on Zane tonight, but here we are. Yeah, the plan. Oh! I realize why that's black now. I realize why that is black now. That is part of the sleeve. Okay. And this is the reason we don't work on important pieces when mentally we are not all here. At least the tea is kind of helping with the headache a little bit. I will say that. Ooh, no, there's part of the coat there. Yeah, no, that's get it lower. I'm also thinking of doing like some like book-ish stickers because I've really been just on a reading swing. Today I began Quicksilver. Yeah, so today I began Quicksilver and I began the audiobook version. Yeah. So I began the audiobook version at work. I wanted to hold off on that one and save it for like because I do have the physical book as well. I was gonna save that for like a read through the actual book, but Libby, that was like the only audiobook Libby had available for like immediately for like read now kind of because all the other titles that I want to read are all on hold for the next couple of months or so. And I guess that's like my only gripe with Libby is the wait period for some titles because there's a long queue and I think you're kind of restrained to the copies available for your for the library branch you've chosen. So the one for my local library, they have a pretty small selection. And so I'm stuck with whatever they have available and some of the books that I want to read, they like max only have one copy of each book. Sometimes they'll have like two or three copies, but yeah, they don't have a lot of copies available, so I'm just working with what I got. I will say though, it did get me to read other books or listen to other books that I wasn't initially planning on. I did listen to Holidays, which was a book recommended by my friend, and she did not warn me that it was going to come with an existential crisis. I still need to talk to her about that. Oh, and for Christmas, that friend also got me a Fourth Wing sweater, which is amazing because Fourth Wing is my current book obsession. And like it's perfect because I'm in need of new sweaters and it's pretty much a Bisgayeth Worth College sweatshirt and I'm just so happy. It's super warm and it's so cute. I love it. It was one of those things like it was the last thing I was expecting too. But yeah, next read is Quicksilver. Currently, I don't know what chapter I'm on, but I'm still getting on the part where they're showing Saris? Is that her name? They're showing Saris the Forge. So it's still at the very beginning of the book. I was supposed to get his line art done yesterday, but I just ran out of time. I wanted to go to bed and I needed to get ready for work. Next year, I'm gonna try to do a lot better with announcing stream schedules ahead of time because I think I'm beginning to work out a rough idea of when I can stream. It's gonna change a little bit around March or February because my parents will be leaving me, so I'll have a little bit more time freed up. And I'll be a little bit more flexible. For now, I'm still kind of playing by ear because sometimes my plans in the evening change without my awareness. So I realize that either is, oh, fuck, weird, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little bit better, and I'm gonna try to see if I could get more streaming days set up. Um, but I'm gonna try to do better when it comes to announcing stream dates. And it was kind of fun with Zane because he had like a bunch of little small details that it really, I feel like they're very small and subtle, but I feel like they also add depth to the chibi. I'm personally proud of it. Okay, what else? What have I missed? The sash is going to be a different color. Those are fine as is. I think I got all the whites that I needed to get to. I'm realizing there is a bit of a gap there. Not colored enough, but I think that covers most of it. I just need to do the sashes now. I didn't even realize that was warm. It was cool. I thought it was more warm. God. I don't know I might keep today's stream short, mainly on account of the fact that like this headache just does not want to go away. It's just like it's been nagging at me all day, and it's one of those things that like I want to do the stream mainly because I just don't want to mope around. I really don't want to mope around. Like it's one of those things like I know I should probably just go lie down, take a nap, or just rest. But it's also like it's not bedtime yet, and I just don't want to sleep. Mhm. Mhm. But yeah, like I just don't want to mope around. And there's like a part of me like I have tea with me and like I'm feeling a little bit better streaming, but it's still there. It's still kind of nagging. It's just like, please go away. I don't want to go to bed yet. Oh, I did miss quite a bit of white. Okay. We'll do the sash, then we'll do the background, and take care of those little straggling pixels that I missed. There you go. But, and so there's still like a lot of things I need to get done before the new year. I'm probably gonna spend the weekend working on journal entries and did not get to finish all the lad sketches that I want to get done for like that pole dancing AU, but for the most part they are done. Well, I have the only person I'm missing is probably Zayne. Yeah, Zayne is the only person missing from the pole dancing AU because I do have Silas, I have Caleb, and Caleb was a fun one because like his is the only one where he's upside down. And then I do also have Xavier. I do have Xavier. What was Xavier's pose again? Oh yeah, I remember what Xavier's pose is. I think Silas is the only person who's kneeling on the floor. Everybody else is doing something aerial. Zayne I haven't decided on, but just to keep things balanced and not to let Silas be lonely, I'm probably going to also put Zayne at the very least standing or some sort of floor move. We'll see. Okay. That is not a line. Okay, there we go. Just needed to get the oh okay, that's not a line, but it is something underneath. Okay, found you. This was probably from when I was setting up the yeah, that's more than likely. And there is that little stray pixel. I know I'm gonna end up double working because I'll need to revise this later, that just to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, there's a bit of a stray pixel here. I have nothing to. Well, what can I say about myself if badass trigger is still stuck in my head? Like it's still stuck in my head. Like it hasn't played in the past week, but it just started playing all of a sudden again. And that PVK, like that card was what? It's already December, and my brain is still playing that song. Okay, that is a stray pixel, I think. Maybe. Where are you coming from? That is not from this layer. Cannot be from this layer. Okay, we'll just. Oh, you're definitely not from this layer. Now, where are my stray pixels coming from? Definitely not there. You know how better layer management dictates that probably best idea to maybe merge your layers, but I'm an idiot who gets emotionally attached to her layers, so you would have to hold me at gunpoint to make me merge my layers. Okay, this is gonna be, okay, there we go. Yeah, just didn't, okay, there we go. Was it a different, okay, it's a small, little, okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick sweep of Zane and make sure that we got all his line art done. And we got a little bit of, there's some things you don't really catch until you see everything in color. I feel like this can be a much, oh no, but it's matching up with this blue. Well, you know what? We'll just make it the same color as that. Yeah. It's one of those barely noticeable details, but it's noticeable to me and it matters to me. Oh, somebody please get that song out of my head. I love Silas, but please get that song out of my head. Any other day, it would be fine for that song to be playing on repeat in my head, but not when I have a headache, please. Okay. We are calling that Liden. So now what I'm gonna do is move him down a little bit so he's not so close up to the upper border. Please, no straggling layers. Yeah, we'll leave him there. And if I remember correctly, like a lot of his card had a bunch of bamboo in the background, so let me look up the background. Actually, I deleted that because I had it in the wrong layer. What was I looking for? Okay, so I'm trying to remember the animation from his card. Did it have, yeah, his card animation had bamboo. I was gonna use snowflakes for some reason, but I think bamboo for the background would be a lot better. I think I might just download a brush to make my life easier. Okay, so what did I do for Silas? And what did I do for Raphael? Raphael had a water background, and it's funny because I know of all the myths, Raphael is the one that's going to end up double dipping with his background. Okay, so we'll give Zayne. Okay, I have an idea. We'll do a gradient with greens. Oh shit, not what I meant. I need to start treating my streams like work, where I'm mindful of my mouth and I don't curse. So, fun fact about me is that when I'm at work, I'm very conscious of my language. Like, I'll be careful about cursing in front of other people. When I'm with my mother, however, I have the mouth of a sailor, which is funny because it's like with her, it's just I don't know. She allows it. It's one of those things that, like, for me, that is, should I do a circle? I actually like that. Okay, we'll work with that. Why is there still red poking somewhere that I'm not aware of? It's just a random circle just hovering there. Anyway, um, because that's gonna be an oval, this is gonna be a perfect circle. I might try to do a transparent layer on this one, but I actually think not what I meant. But if we could get, okay, yeah, it's gonna have to be, and then I'm gonna do one more and one more. So you're gonna have to be that color. I wish there was a way to like color drop because I need this shade of green here. 6 maybe? Yeah, maybe. No, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted. Is there a way to color drop without accidentally changing? Well, okay, that doesn't matter anyway. We said buggy. Okay, language on my own stream. Okay, there we go. Dithering. What is dithering? Okay, so that didn't make a difference. Wait. Okay, so bamboo. I said this was going to be a. Okay, there we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up a bamboo brush on the asset store really quick and just have that kind of. Or you know what? Actually, you know what? we could also do, I'm gonna be experimenting. I feel like I should be leaving this for a day when I'm not so impulsive. Oh, hold on. Hmm. Oh, we can make this work quite nicely, actually. Okay, 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 okay. And then, oh, this is perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh, the green on my phone is so much different. Again, like I'm staring at my phone right now, and it always catches me how much more saturated my phone screen is compared to my computer screen. And speaking of phones, I had to get a new phone because mine was stolen like a month ago. And right now, I'm just so bitter because I just had to well, not reinstall LADs, but I had to do the update for LADs, and I'm realizing just how little space I actually have because I'm already getting like the low memory warnings for my phone, and I'm just like, I just got this thing. I only have like 3 games, and it's IDV, Lads, and Valkyrie Heart, and it's just like I don't have that much on this phone. I don't even have any pictures or any videos to delete. Like I'm barely at like 400 MB of photos and videos, and I'm already like I only have like 20 gigs left. Like what the? And then my old phone still had some room left on it, and I'm pretty sure it would have been one of those things of if I just deleted the videos off of that phone, I'd be good. But it's like I ended up getting a smaller storage space because like I didn't want to spend so much money on a new phone, especially when it wasn't in the plan, and it wasn't like I was buying the phone this time around. My dad actually, just to make life a little easier on me, he decided to get it for me, and I didn't want him to spend so much money on a phone, so ended up taking a downgrade on the space. But like I still don't regret it because I did, like my dad was doing it as a gift, and I didn't want him to spend so much on it. But I do have less space to work with now, and I'm beginning to feel it with the new Labs update, and it's just like, why does this game have to take up near half my storage space? Like, what? Well, half is a bit of an exaggeration, but anyone who plays Lads, you know what I mean. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that there. But yeah, I'm like, I barely got the phone, and I barely have any apps on it. And I'm already down to like the last 20 gigs on my phone. It's just like, to the person who stole my phone, like, was that necessary? I think this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And then we'll do like little leaves flowing in the background as well. Actually want to get a reference of his card really quick. Well, okay, so the bamboo in the card is standing straight, I would say, which is reasonable for bamboo. Okay, yeah, you know what? We'll make them. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I think what I'm gonna do is do various layers and vary the opacity. Hang, like, hang with me. Hang on with me. Maybe these smaller ones can. Okay, okay. Too many intersecting like that is a bit jarring. But, but, I think if we go with large, okay, 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 okay. I think if we do like, and then maybe even like smaller bamboo sticks for the background. Like vary the sizes a little bit so it looks like some are in the background and coming to the forefront. Or do I just want to do a frame of bamboo? I actually like, but I guess, okay, but Silas was technically floating. He was supposed to float. And then Raphael is just kind of floating in the water. I'm out of tea. I'm out of tea, and that was the only thing helping with the headache. Okay, and now we're resorting to head massages. Okay, okay, okay. I think I know what to do. So we're gonna have like a couple of skinny ones in the background. We're gonna stick with the, and then further off to the side, gonna make them a little bigger. So it looks like they're coming, like the ones behind them are like behind him, and then the larger ones are like in front of him. And I'm gonna have to keep the larger ones away from him physically, mainly so that it doesn't overlap with the drawing. And so I think we can make this work. And then, oh, okay, yeah, vary a couple of like thinner ones in the back and the far back. Okay, those are too close to each other. Maybe even do like a little tiny one in the back over there. And yeah, okay, okay, okay. We got that working. And now reference for bamboo. Stock is on. And then we'll do like some twigs blowing off of it. You know, maybe this should have been another lad stream and said, I lied, we're doing one more stream with Zayne in it. Okay. I need reference of bamboo. Because I know it's got like it's sectioned off. Okay. Am I gonna have to, okay, alright, okay. A lot of okays and ums while I think of what I'm gonna do next. Okay. And I think for the separations, I'm seeing a combination of, there's some with dark green, some with like that brownish color, but I think we're gonna go with some sort of like pale, that's kind of green. Okay, I think we're gonna go with like a, okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this dark color, get it, get one of the cards set to multiply, and then we'll see where this takes us. I feel like that's too dark. No, that's not what I meant. Okay, that's what I meant. See, the thing is that I think okay. I'm gonna look up a bamboo brush in the asset store really quick. If I could find the asset store. I feel like this is too realistic for what I'm going for. Or, okay, I think there's also another idea. So let's go ahead and make a copy of this layer really quick. Hide that. Because I'm noticing a brush in the store, and pretty much the way they section off their bamboo. Not you. So the way they're sectioning off their bamboo is by pretty much creating the sections by erasing different portions of the stick. Which, you know what? I I like that. Okay. Well, let's play around with that idea really quickly, and we'll add leaves. Okay. Redo, 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 redo. Okay. Undo. Okay. Eraser. So this is eye level technically. Yeah, I think I give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Mom, halfway. Okay, I'm back. Come here. Yeah, one of the challenges with streaming while my parents are here is Sometimes they call me for something, and I sometimes just need to be available for them. It's one of the struggles also with having aging parents. Like, the things they're able to do just slowly diminishes, and I'm an only child, so they don't really have anyone else to like help them out aside from me. So it's for me, it's like one of the challenges of like you're you're seeing them age, and you're pretty much aware of how over time like their ability to do things on their own just slowly diminishes. And it's one of those things like for me, like it's just facing mortality like every single time. Like it's a constant reminder, like one day, because my grandma is still alive as well. She's nearing 90. And like I noticed the way my mom, or my rather my parents, are also struggling to do certain things that once upon a time was super easy for them. And now sometimes they struggle with the quote unquote simple things. And like I even see my grandma, and I've seen how over the years her ability to do certain things has also been on the decline, and I noticed that with my parents. And it's kind of like that little, I don't even want to say friendly, but it's that little reminder, like kind of mortality. And go me for making this stream depressing. But yeah, it's just one of those things that like it kind of comes to mind every so often. And like I realize that as frustrating as it can be, it's also kind of scary, because I know one day the things that they'll be able to do won't be a lot. And here's to say, appreciate what you have, especially if you have, like, I understand if you may not have the best relationships with your parents. But if you do have a good or at least decent relationship with your mom or your dad, or like any parental figure, just remember to be thankful for the small things. And yeah, just making realizations at random times. But yeah, don't forget to, if you have loved ones you really care deeply about, don't forget to give them a hug and remind them how thankful you are that they're part of your life, even though sometimes they may drive you up the wall. Okay, yeah, yeah. The erasing is working a lot better than I thought it would. I'm gonna try to finish this off tonight. So finish this off tonight, get it glazed, and that way Zayne can go up to post tomorrow. Because I don't think I have much for Whip Wednesday for tomorrow, because I haven't done any progress on the pole dancing, and I'm not going to be home tomorrow to add more to those drawings. Might go to a little Christmas or New Year's concert my friend invited me to. I think I might actually do the gradient in the back a more bluish green, just so that the bamboo sticks in the bamboo sticks can stand out a little bit more. And I may take advantage of one of the plant brushes. But I really like how the bamboo is coming out, but I do need a color that's going to provide a little bit more contrast from the background and the sticks. So especially so that those erased portions can show through a little bit better. And then I will be using, I wonder if there is a built-in CSP that will kind of not necessarily do the exact same gradients, but like I have the mental image in my head. And now my stomach is grumbling. I'm just a mess today, guys. I'm just one giant mess. Also, I picked up a new hobby, but I also need to buy a new mic for the new hobby, so stay tuned. I think what I'll do is maybe, yeah, we'll do a hue and saturation layer on this one. We'll do it. Layer settings. Yeah, it's gonna be hue and saturation. I do want it to be like a little bit more bluish. And I think, okay, what we'll do is we'll bump up the opacity and then we'll play with the hue and the saturation. Hue and saturation. That's a little too blue, but we can work with that. Okay, that's because we do want something, nothing too overly saturated. Okay, now that is just too blue. Okay. Luminosity. Okay, yeah, let's decrease luminosity as well. That is too blue. Okay, going back to too blue. Reduce luminosity so that it's more of this green, and it helps make the bamboo sticks pop up a little bit more. But I'm also seeing how the image looks like on my phone, and that may be a little too neon green for the bamboo sticks. Okay, so we'll probably put a hue and saturation layer on those as well. And we'll just decrease the saturation on this one and also decrease some of the luminosity. See, I like it on my computer screen. I don't know how it's coming out on my phone. Yeah, okay, so you guys can't see the menus that I'm using. It just looks like I'm randomly clicking around, but you can see the shift in colors. But I do like the green on this a lot better. It's not as neon, like if you compare it. I don't know how to turn off that layer. Oh, okay, yeah. But if you turn it on, like it really does a number. Like I feel like Zayne stands out a little bit better from the compared to the neon. But again, like the color on my phone is a lot different from the color that I'm seeing on my computer screen. It's just the color saturation is a lot different. Mm. because it's on my phone the color is just so much more saturated than on my computer screen. It's hard to tell. And this is with max brightness on my computer as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and move forward and draw in the leaves, and whole stream ended up becoming a Zayne stream. I'd never set up like a separate. One thing Sky needs to do is organize. Organize her brushes. That is the eraser tool, isn't it? Okay, so the first things first. I don't even think those can qualify as bamboo leaves, so we might need to actually go find bamboo leaves. Okay, that says brush tool, not bamboo. Okay, good news, we have barbed wire still. I got husky maple leaf. Have fallen leaves. Fallen leaves is kind of too random. Need bamboo leaf. Okay. Gonna take a quick detour to the CSP asset store for bamboo leaves. Bamboo leaf 5. Okay, I'm not gonna sing Mambo number 5 on stream. That is not gonna happen now. Mm, what does bamboo leaf 5 actually look like? Okay. Um, I think I get the feeling that this one is pre-colored. I don't necessarily want a pre-colored one. It's also cold. My body does. The older you get, the harder your body just has a hard time adjusting to sudden weather changes. Because I'm feeling it right now. Getting old is not fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to be 30, but I'm getting older, it's not fun. Getting older, you should probably go to the doctor too. Do I do that? No. I need people to scream at me to go to the doctor. My mom's been screaming at me to go to the doctor. Getting old isn't fun. Okay, CSP, anytime today, please. Yeah, I kind of just want to get Zayne done so I can either hop onto Caleb or Xavier. I think I might do Caleb first because I just really want to do something mecha. Haven't done anything mecha in a while. I'm gonna regret it. But I haven't done anything mecha and I kind of want to do something mecha. Okay. You know what? Let's just download it and see what happens. When in doubt, just download. It's a free asset too, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be. It's 10 clippy. I could do 10 clippy. Okay. I want food. I still have food though. No. Yeah, we can make that work. Is there a way to rotate this brush? Okay, so I think. Okay, so it just kind of stamps it there. I think we can find a way to make this work. Yeah, you can change the angle. Thank God. Okay, well, I don't know. It's just okay. It needs to be rotated. Okay, where does 180 land me? Okay. I feel like it's not really. It's kind of still a little on the random side. For anyone who says using brushes off of the asset store is cheating, well, here's the thing. You got to learn how to use the brush. That does not. That does. I'm. The things I do to just want to see. Okay. Yeah, because when you look at the branches of a bamboo plant, it's literally twigs. Maybe I should look up bamboo twig. Because these are literally the leaves. Or headache. Oh man, I'm probably gonna have to stop soon because this is starting to hurt again. I was really hoping I'd get Zayne done by tomorrow. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna stop taking shortcuts and we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna use this G pen and then we're gonna draw the little branches where we want those little branches to go. And we'll make those little branches a little darker. Okay, we'll make the branches the same color and we will go ahead and just draw little lines protruding from the tree. We'll do it that way. Or you know what? It would be the better idea. We put the branch behind. Now we're thinking. Okay, now we're thinking. Put random branches. Okay, so I've reached the point of the evening where I'm beginning to feel tired. And so I'm probably gonna work on this a little bit more offline and I'll go ahead and just end the stream here. So thank you for joining and I hope to see you guys another time. So good night and have a great day tomorrow, everyone.